This is video 5 in a 7-part series on Deepak Chopra's book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And today, we're diving into Chapter 5, The Law of Intention and Desire. Take a deep breath with me for a moment. Think about where you are right now in your life. Maybe you're over 40, maybe you've had years of hard work. Maybe you've carried both victories and disappointments in your financial journey. And maybe, deep inside, you still feel there's more waiting for you. More freedom, more abundance, more prosperity. What if the key to unlocking that isn't about working harder, stressing more, or chasing opportunities desperately? What if the key is hidden in how you use your intention and how you align it with your desire? That's exactly what this law is about. The law of intention and desire teaches us that our thoughts are not just passing sparks, they are real forces, carrying energy and information. And when you direct them with clarity and align them with your deeper self, you begin to influence the invisible fabric of life itself. Now, let's bring this down to where you are. After 40, many people feel like their best opportunities are behind them. Some say, I should have invested when I was younger. Or, I've made too many mistakes with money. Or even, at my age, it's too late to start over. But here's the truth. You are not too late. You are right on time. And the law we're talking about today proves that. Science tells us that the universe is energy and information. From the tiniest particle to the largest galaxy, everything is coded with vibration, data, and potential. Your body, your finances, your opportunities, all of it is shaped by energy and information. But unlike a tree, a rock, or a river, you have something special. Consciousness. You can direct this energy with your attention and your intention. That means you don't just live inside the universe. The universe also responds to you. Pause and think about this. Every breakthrough you've ever had in life, every dream you've ever realized, started first as a desire. Before there was a new job, there was a desire for change. Before there was a new home, there was an intention for stability. Before there was financial growth, there was a spark of wanting more. And when you held on to that desire with clarity, it began to manifest. Here's the power of this law. Intention is like the seed, and desire is like the soil. When you plant your intention into the fertile ground of pure potential, you set in motion an invisible order that organizes circumstances, people, and opportunities to work for you. But here's where many people go wrong. They confuse intention with control. They think they need to micromanage every detail, push, force, and stress until things happen. That's not how this law works. Intention isn't about forcing reality to obey you. It's about planting the right seed, nurturing it with attention, and trusting that the universe, which has been organizing life for billions of years, will provide the right conditions for growth years, knows how to make it grow. Think about nature. A flower doesn't struggle to bloom. A tree doesn't stress to grow its branches. A bird doesn't force its wings to fly. They follow the natural intelligence of life, and so should we. So how does this apply to your financial life? Maybe you want to pay off debt. Maybe you want to build savings. Maybe you want to finally have the freedom to travel, to help your children, or to retire with dignity. The first step is to create a clear intention. Write it down, see it, feel it, not just as numbers on a paper, but as a vivid experience. Ask yourself, what does financial freedom look like for me? What does prosperity feel like for me? Once you set that intention, you must release it into the field of potential. And this is where desire plays its role. Desire adds emotional fuel, the fire of your heart. But, and this is critical, you have to release the attachment to how and when it will happen. If you grip it with fear, if you obsess over it every second, you choke the seed. Desire gives passion. Intention gives direction. But detachment gives freedom for the universe to organize the details. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine someone at 45 years old, burdened with credit card debt, feeling trapped. Their desire is freedom. Their intention is to clear the debt and build wealth. They could sit down, write that intention, and visualize it. They might also make a plan, maybe consolidating debt, maybe creating new streams of income. But instead of obsessing, they release it. They keep their attention on daily inspired action, trusting that as they move, the universe rearranges circumstances. A new opportunity arises, someone offers guidance, or a skill they already had opens a door. That is the law in action. This law also teaches us something profound about attention. Where your attention goes, energy flows. If you constantly put your attention on fear, on lack, on what I don't have, you're feeding the wrong garden. But if your attention is on possibilities, on gratitude, on what I can create, you energize prosperity. Attention energizes, intention transforms. Now, let's pause here, because this is important. Many people over 40 are used to thinking in survival mode, paying bills, avoiding risks, protecting what little they have. But intention invites you to shift from survival to creation. It's about asking, what do I want to build? What do I want to experience? And desire, when aligned with higher purpose, gives you the courage to claim it. Another key part of this law is detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care deeply, but you trust the outcome. You know that the universe has infinite organizing power. You're not clinging in desperation, you're allowing in confidence. And here's the irony. When you release the attachment, things actually manifest faster and more smoothly, because you're no longer resisting. Think of it like planting a seed. If you dig it up every day to see if it's growing, you kill it. But if you water it, trust the soil, and let the sun do its work, in time, it sprouts. Your financial dreams are the same. Plant the intention, water it with attention, let desire give it warmth, and then release it into the universe with trust. Now, let's get practical again. How can you apply this law starting today? Chopra suggests practices like entering silence daily, writing down your desires, and reviewing them with clarity. You can do this in the morning before the noise of the world takes over. Write, I intend to attract opportunities that bring me financial freedom. I intend to live with prosperity and ease. Then close your eyes, imagine it as if it's real right now, and feel the gratitude as though it's already done. After that, release it. Move into your day knowing that invisible forces are at work on your behalf. And when obstacles appear, because they will, instead of panicking, see them as opportunities for redirection. Sometimes the universe doesn't say no. It says, not this way, try that way. What looks like a failure might actually be a setup for a better alignment. Pause here and reflect. How would your financial life shift if you stopped obsessing over what you fear and instead focused your intention on what you truly desire? How much lighter would you feel if you trusted the process instead of forcing every detail? How much freer would you be if you gave yourself permission to prosper, no matter your age? This law is not just mystical, it's practical. Neuroscience shows us that when you hold a clear intention, your brain literally begins to rewire. You start noticing opportunities you would have ignored before. You start behaving differently. You attract people who resonate with your vision. And all of that creates momentum. So, if you're over 40 and worried that your time has passed, let me remind you, your intention is timeless. Your desire is ageless. The universe doesn't care if you're 25 or 55. It responds to clarity, energy, and trust. Prosperity doesn't belong to the young, it belongs to the willing. Here's the essence. Attention energizes, intention transforms, desire fuels, and detachment frees. When you combine these, you step into the flow of abundance. And if you're listening right now thinking, but I've failed too many times, or I don't know if I can, remember, the past is memory, the future is imagination, but the present is power. Right now is where you plant your intention. Right now is where prosperity begins. So, what do you desire? What do you intend? And are you willing to release it with trust? Because when you do, you stop chasing prosperity, and prosperity begins chasing you. If you believe you deserve more in your financial life, the link below in the first comment is for you. So, did you like this video? Then help us out. Like, comment, share, and turn on the bell after subscribing to the channel.